Hello, my little witnesses for the prosecution. It's MJ Simpson here again with another unboxing video of some goodies that I've bought on eBay and Abe Books. And this one is a bit different from the last couple of videos. This one relates to a project which I've been working on and off for the best part of 15 years or more, but which I'm determined to get finished this year. And it's a book. It will be, when eventually published, the first ever proper biography of an extraordinary woman and a fascinating actress. And here she is. And you will recognise instantly the great Elsa Lanchester. That's a nice little autograph. I bought this ages and ages ago before I even thought of doing the book. And so I've been doing this on and off for a long time, and I've amassed an extraordinary collection of some amazing Elsa items, photographs and theatre programmes and all sorts of stuff. And I bought a few more things recently, and 3 of them have turned up. I don't know exactly which 3, so it's going to be a bit of a surprise, but I thought I'd open them here for you, and we'll see if we can get... I think I know what they are. That one is a book of some sort. That one is also a book. And this one, which is 12 inches by 12 inches, is either a record or a pizza. So let's start with this one. I've got my little craft knife here. This is very well packaged. This has come from Test Centre Books of Norwich. Lovely place. Now, I love Norwich, one of my favourite cities. So some superb packaging there by Test Centre Books. Let's hope I can get into it without actually damaging the item inside. That's always the danger with these things, is they're so well packaged. You think, well, which bit do I open? But look, there's some solid cardboard there from the good guys at Test Centre Books. I should really tilt that up a bit. Look at the size of that thumb. So you can actually see this while I'm slicing it open. Also some good use of bubble wrap there. And now I've got to get into this bit, so if I slice along there, hopefully this will open up and let me in. And what I've got here, put the craft knife away, safety first, kids. I may need it, you know what, I may need it yet, because I've got to get into the bubble wrap. Oh, my knee. Crikey, fantastic packaging there, Test Centre Books. This is just tissue paper, so I can open this up and we can start to see something through there. Looks like a picture of Elsa. Now, Elsa, of course, was married to the great Charles Laughton. Without a doubt, one of our finest ever actors this country's ever produced. And for me, he's up there with people like Olivier and Gielgud, both of whom worked with Elsa, very fan. And this is a book that Elsa wrote, well, actually it was ghostwritten for her, in 1938, Charles Laughton and I. And there's Charles on the front, there's Elsa on the back, and this is the British first edition from Faber and Faber. I assume it's a first. It's inscribed Richard Lees, maybe? Bedford, 1938. Yes, Lees, ex libris Lees. But I don't know who Richard Lees was. If you had a relative called Richard Lees, who was around in 1938. Yes, this is a British first with the dust jacket, which is really nice. Now, you might, this obviously 1938, that's only 3 years after Bride of Frankenstein, so you might say, well, there's not a lot in there, but it's fascinating. I do have a copy of this. In fact, I have a couple of copies of this already. This is my workaday copy. It hasn't got the dust jacket. It's actually just a book club edition, so I can handle that quite roughly. This one I don't want to handle roughly. This is an uncorrected proof copy of that book from 1938. You can see on the back it's a bit knocked out already, so I'm very careful of that. So that's great to get the UK first of Elsa's book about her life with Charles. Now, I had another one here somewhere. This one is from Book Barn International in Bristol. And if I slice this one open, Yes, a lot less packaging than Test Centre books, so very nearly went through that. And this one is another book about Charles, because you can't write about Elsa without writing about Charles. Let's hack that open. No dust jacket on this, because I'm not so bothered about it, because it's not by Elsa herself. It's the Charles Laughton story, and this was the first ever biography of Charles, and it was completely unauthorised by a gentleman named Kurt Singer. Elsa was not happy with this at all, published by Robert Hall Limited in 1954. Assorted photograph. It's going to be very interesting to see what this says. This was when people still thought Charles Laughton was a heterosexual, because that only came out in 1976. So this is a very sanitised version, but it's unauthorised, so it might not be so sanitised, but also it has to be taken with a pinch of salt. It was the first book about Charles Laughton, not including Elsa's, which isn't really a biography, it's a book about the life. That was the first actual biography of Charles Laughton. In 1976, Charles Hyam wrote this with the assistance of Elsa. And that's the one that contains the revelation of Charles's homosexuality. And this is a terrific book that Simon Callow wrote, Charles Laughton, A Difficult Actor, which if you buy one book about Charles Laughton, that's the one to get. So that's fantastic, which leaves one more, and here it is. It's got a big rubber band on it, fragile. So I'm very much looking forward to this, because Elsa made actually quite several records, about 4 or 5 records, LPs. She also made a couple of 78s back in the 1920s, and this is the one of her records that I didn't have, and I'm sort of slicing it over, but I don't really know where I'm supposed to be slicing. Let's try going across that bit. Elsa was really more of a cabaret artist than an actor, although she made about 50 or so films. Her real background and her love was cabaret, and she specialised in initially doing sort of what they would call burlesque of Victorian music hall songs, taking genuine musical hall songs like Please Sell No More Drink to My Father and doing them a little bit over the top. And then over time she started developing more character songs, which she did written by a man named Foreman Brown. So this is from 9 Seahorse. No, that's something different. I'm trying to see who's actually sent this. Well, whoever it is, they packaged it very, very well. Look at this! Look at that! That's some serious packaging. Styrofoam S pellets on a piece of cardboard, because this is looking after an LP. Care Staples Fragile. More pellets. So the record is in amongst here, and there must be a little bit of. Now, is it actually held together with staples? But there's a. Hang on. Oh, hang on. I've got a feeling that this might be. I don't know how to get into this. I thought this was one of her LPs that I've ordered, but this might be one of the 78s, because I'm not. Don't really know how to get in through this. Maybe if I don't want to damage this. And I do have a record player upstairs that will play 78s. Oh, that's one. Can I get into this? I see what they're trying to do here, but I'm not sure it's actually terrifically helpful. Right, and now can I get this out without? Yeah. So it's a 78. Ah, I see. They sent the sleeve to put it in, but they haven't put it in the actual sleeve, which is slightly odd. Right, so I'm going to try and get this out now without scratching it on a staple, which I did. But there it is. There is Please Sell No More Drink to My Father, and it is in very nice condition for a record that was released about 90 years ago. And the B-side is He Didn't Oughta. It originally cost 1 penny, and I'm going to put it into its sleeve now. There we are. I wish they packaged it in the sleeve. That's a bit odd to put it in there, and then you've got to somehow get those staples out. Care, staples, fragile. That's a very... I was impressed. I was impressed with all this, but I don't think that packaging that... I can see what they were trying to do, but to stop it rolling around. But the sleeve is what stops it rolling around. It really just needed to be in the sleeve. In there. Anyway, I thought that was going to be one of her LPs. It's not. It's one of the 78. That's the commoner of the two 78s. There is a second 78. They were both released, I think, in 1926. The other one is extremely rare. So that's rather a good haul there, I think. So I've got the Kurt Singer book, which I shall enjoy reading. I've got Charles Lawton and I, first UK edition, and Please Sell No One Would Drink to My Father on 78. All of these will go towards the research that I'm doing to finish off my book, Elsa Lanchester, Bride of the Hunchback. Please follow me on Twitter at Elsa Biog, where I post, I'll post this video and pictures and information and newspaper cuttings and all sorts of exciting stuff. And I'll let you know when the book is out. Thank you very much.